A somber and heartfelt gathering took place this evening at the intersection of Koa Street and Stepping Stone Boulevard, where a large crowd, including numerous motorcyclists, came together to remember a 24-year-old motorcyclist who tragically lost his life in a hit-and-run accident just 2 days prior. The event, covered by iSkyNews, saw hundreds of community members paying their respects. As the sun set, the corner was illuminated not just by streetlights, but by countless candles and balloons, adding a touch of solemn beauty to the sad scene. The air was filled with a mix of grief and sadness, as friends, family, and supporters shared memories of the young man, whose life was cut short so abruptly. The Florida Highway Patrol, FHP, reports that a motorcycle, identified as a 2005 Honda, was traveling westbound on Koa Street when it was struck by an unknown vehicle, V1, traveling southbound on Monterey Road. The driver of V1, which is believed to be a Mystic Green metallic 2008 to 2010 Honda Accord, failed to come to a complete stop at the posted stop sign and struck the right side of the motorcycle, redirecting it into the path of an eastbound 2015 Ford Explorer. The motorcyclist was pronounced dead at the scene, despite wearing a helmet. The driver of the Ford Explorer, a 54-year-old woman from Kissimmee, was not injured and remained at the scene. She was wearing a seatbelt at the time of the collision. A neighbor described the intersection as very dark and dangerous, emphasizing the need for a traffic light and increased law enforcement presence. "We've been asking for a traffic light here for years. It's so dangerous, especially at night," the neighbor said. As the community continues to reel from this loss, iSkyNews and the residents of Poinciana extend their deepest condolences and continued thoughts and prayers to the family and friends of the young man lost.
Good evening. This is iSkyNews, and we're live on the scene of a tragic accident that occurred earlier this evening in Poinciana. At approximately 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a fatal motorcycle accident claimed the life of a 24-year-old man here at the intersection of Koa Street and Monterey Road. Eyewitnesses describe a horrific chain of events. A motorcycle was traveling along Koa Street when it was struck by a vehicle. That vehicle then collided with an SUV, which, in turn, struck the motorcycle rider. The impact caused the motorcyclist to flip over the vehicles, landing in front of the SUV. The vehicle involved in the initial collision, described as a Nissan, fled the scene eastbound on Koa Street towards Marigold Avenue, turning this tragic incident into a hit and run. The SUV driver, a woman who remained at the scene, described the harrowing moments following the crash. She found the motorcycle rider, a young man whose wife is 4 months pregnant with their daughter, gasping for air. Tragically, he took his last breath and died at the scene. Iran Khan, a nearby resident, heard the loud crash followed by a woman's screams. Home camera footage capturing the incident has been obtained and is available in this article. The scene here remains active. Units from the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, Florida Highway Patrol, the Medical Examiner's Office, and detectives are working diligently to piece together the details of this tragic accident. The motorcycle can be seen lying on its side in the grass, while the SUV remains in the road, blocking traffic. Local residents have described this area as very dark and dangerous, calling for a traffic light and more law enforcement presence to prevent future tragedies. We will continue to bring you updates on this developing story. For now, reporting live from Poinciana, it's iSkyNews.
Hi, my name is Maritza, Maritza. My last name is Algarin, Algarin. I'm here as one of the residents in Poinciana. I've been here since 2002. I've seen the growth of this area, which is massive. We're probably bigger than St. Cloud and Kissimmee put together, yet we don't have a city. So-called. We might be called Poinciana, but it's not literally our city as of yet. We are trying to reach out to commissioners, to the mayor, to the governor of the state of Florida as well, DeSantis. We need to step it up because this particular community is seeing more deaths than any other community in in our midst. As you can see behind me, there are no lights visibly for such a busy street. We just had a horrible tragedy that just occurred. One, people don't follow, the speed limit. Two, we're gonna need a light there. So we don't need a four-way stop sign. We want a light. We need something done here. We need it done yesterday. If you want our votes for November 5th, you need to step it up. Because if not, we're going to vote you out, and we're going to vote in those that will, comply and will help us, to go ahead and make this place a better place. I don't think it's that difficult. If you so much care for this community, you're going to come out, you're going to step it up, and you're going to help us out.
Preach. It's fact.
Yeah, you can speak.
It shouldn't take this long.
Want to speak? Go ahead.
Yeah, it shouldn't take 300 deaths, or God knows how many deaths for something to happen. I'm young. I drive myself. Y'all see how dark it is? I got glasses. Sometimes it's hard to see. So, DeSantis, love you, bro, but TBH, you gotta do better. Respectfully.
Yeah, it's just, we're out here. I honestly agree with them. I mean, it would be better to have a light out here because of how many accidents and, crashes happen out here. And an example.
You ride your dirt bike sometimes too, and you're young.
Yeah.
God forbid if it was you.
Yep.
All hell would break loose.
That's true. And, as you can see here, we had a very sad, thing happen here, a death. And, we don't want that happening again, So, yeah.
One death is enough.
It is.
Not even school kids. They don't respect kids walking across the street. They don't respect them either because cars are just flying by and then the kids have to stop and everything else. Not even from this neighborhood either.
We need to do better. That's the bottom line. We really need to do better. Step it up, commissioners that are in the Osceola County. You need to step it up. You like getting votes, but you disappear. You don't come back. You don't do anything. And we are asking for you to go ahead and step it up. If you can't do exactly what you were called to do, because we vote you in, then it's time to vote you out. Coming November 5th.
Yep.
We will vote you out.